Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Holster Sommelier, where today we're going for a super high-end fine tool, this Nighthawk Custom Bob Marvell Commander in 10mm. Gun is clear and safe, paired with Trijicon RMR on top here. Love the finish on this thing. The fit and finish on the Nighthawk tools is really something to appreciate. Really is a work of art. And we're going to be shooting this standard version with a mated upper that was created and ported. We want to see how it handles relative to recoil and follow-up shots on the range today. We've also, per usual, paired this with a couple of very fine custom holsters from Pure Custom that we're going to show. First up, we have an example of a custom tooled design. Here it happens to be the Nighthawk logo, and you can see that the Nighthawk has been literally tooled into the leather, complete with dragon scale green and Nighthawk gold colors. This holster has maximum versatility. It can be worn IWB, OWB with the loops off. Cant, completely adjustable. Again, Cowdex, as hard as Kydex, but as comfortable as leather. You can wear that all day, no issues. Second up, another incredibly highly custom design by Rocky for the RMR upper. This is another example of a 3D holster. And you can see here we got our Knight Templar, kind of matches our Templar on our grips. And you can see all the dimensionality of this leather. From the outer band, which just pops out from the castle. You have the inner castle walls. You have the Knight, the shield, really popping out there. You can see the dimensionality in that leather. Probably, again, the only person in the world who makes functional, three-dimensional holsters that truly are works of art. And here we're sporting a little Nighthawk logo. A little shout out to those guys. And again, snug as a bug in there. We're ready for the range. Okay, at the range, Nighthawk Custom, Bob Marvell in 10mm, non-ported. You're clear. Second up is the ported version of the Bob Marvell Commander 4.25 inch V10 ports. You are clear. You're clear. Okay, at the range, just finished shooting the Bob Marvell Commander 10mm, ported versus non-ported, and we're talking V10 ports on the 10mm. Like to get the shooter's impressions.
Yeah, definitely a great gun. I really like it. For a 10mm, it doesn't have, an incredible amount of kick, but the difference between the normal slide and the V10 port was phenomenal. Of all the different ported guns that I've shot, the difference between these two slides is the greatest, I think. I think it seems that the more kick something has, the more the ports make a difference.
Yeah, and especially I would say this particular gun being, one, it's a phenomenal gun, but being able to switch it out like that side by side, the ports really made this feel like a 9mm to me. I did not feel like I was shooting a 10mm with the ported gun. With the non-ported, you definitely feel like you're shooting a 10mm. It's still a very good gun either way, but the ports definitely tame the recoil considerably more than I would have expected.
Mm-hmm.
All right, very good. Well, we're back from our day at the range. Shooters had a lot of fun today with this Nighthawk Custom Barb Marvell Commander in 10 millimeter. And we certainly learned a lot. Taking it out, gun is clear and safe. Comparing it with an upper that was done separately by Bob Reeves, who manages the custom shop for Nighthawk, where they built a sister upper for this Bob Marvell. And then the sommelier had it sent out to Dave's Custom Gunsmith in Michigan, where he did V10 porting on this. And as you heard from the shooters, they felt like the ported version shot a little smoother, a little flatter, a little easier, a little softer, whatever kind of adjectives you want to apply to it, than the unported version. And we have some really good quantitative data to share with you all. So we're going to tear this down to get it cleaned up, and then we'll be back with the results. Well, similar to other episodes where we compared ported and non-ported versions of the same tool, we did this with the Bob Marvell. So the recoil meter test from the Mantis X trainer revealed that the ported version was in fact significantly less average muzzle rise, 40% less average muzzle rise. That's a little over 8 degrees than the non-ported version. So the shooter's kind of sense and feel accurately describes the quantitative results that we see from the Mantis recoil meter test. Just for fun here, you can see that we're now comparing the recoil meter test for the Bob Marvell against the testing that we did with the Wilson Combat EDC X9 and X9S. And the results here clearly show that the ported 10 millimeter Bob Marvell 4 1/4 inch has the same average muzzle rise as a non-ported 9 millimeter handgun. So the shooter's observations, once again, spot on. Porting made a significant difference for this 10 millimeter tool. And that's another episode of the Holster Sommelier. We hope you enjoyed it. Give us a like. Please subscribe.